Hi, in my last video, saying yes to a positive mindset, I talked an awful lot about a key part of developing a positive mindset is paying careful attention, being mindful of the language that you use whenever you're feeling like you want to work on something or that you're not working on and would like to do that. Also, just in terms of hashing out, how do I actually achieve a goal? Positive mindset is key. And what I've come to know from working with clients is that one of the most important things, if you will, if I were to take the difference, a key difference between people who are, I'm going to say, sitting on the couch in their lives, if they have a sense of what they would want, some things very specific, maybe one or two, maybe just one or two things that they would like to have be different in their lives. And the person who's actually out there and they've either already gotten that thing or they're working really hard on it. They're on track for it. So they can feel really good every night when they put their head on the pillow, like, yeah, I nailed it today and I'm well on my way to having that relationship or a job that's more fulfilling, or working on a long-term goal. They're well on their way for that. The only difference between that first person that has been sitting on the couch for a while dreaming about that, and I can tell you, I've been that person on the couch in my life, I promise you. And I also know how I got off of the couch and how I help other people do that, is really about taking a look at their attitude. So when I say positive mindset, I really realized since I did that last video for you that what I was talking about was a person's overall approach to life. And I want to share with you one of my favorite sayings, or actually, what is it when you have several paragraphs? It's more than a quotation. It's by Charles Swindoll. It spoke to me so much early on in my career that I actually had it framed when I had a private practice, when I was doing more traditional counseling. So it applies everywhere. And something that really spoke to me, and I know could have a really profound effect on your life, the things that you want to take a look at. How come I'm not making that happen? I really want that thing. And you're not doing it, is, I'm going to paraphrase his work, and that is that, life, the things that happen to you in your life is 10%, and it's 90% how you react to them. So for those of you who might find sometimes that you put yourself in a limiting category, the reason I don't have that thing, or I'm not in action working on it, is because of this and this and this and this. I bet you're focusing on that 10%. There's always a reason, right? I don't have the energy, I don't have the time, I don't have the money. That's not for me. I shared with you, I believe in my last video, that's not who I am. I'm not an entrepreneur who says, I'm not going to do a traditional counseling practice anymore. I'm going to go out there and get in touch with as many people as I can while I'm on this earth and help them improve their lives. But no, when I was on that couch, I'm not an entrepreneur. I was raised in a 9-to-5 mindset. I can promise you, because I've done it myself and I've also helped other people do it, that a big part of it is taking a look at the things that you do to support the things that you want in your life. So tagging on to what I was talking about last time, language is key. Please go back and take a look at that, because I really flesh out what you tell yourself, the language that you use about what you're able to accomplish, how you're addressing your goals, which will eventually lead you fulfilling you the dreams that you want in your life. And I know it's possible for you, which is why I want you to listen to the next few minutes, what I'm about to share with you. Language is key. The way that we talk to ourselves, our attitude, our approach for every day, right? The other piece I think that you would want to take a look at. So I'm going to challenge you a little bit in today's video, something that I've done that much before, but I want to challenge you. So if you need right now to go take a minute to get something where you can start to write a few things down, or if you want to do it on your phone or on your laptop, that's great. I'm going to give you a second. I want you to get to a situation where you can write down a few things, because I want to work with you a little bit today in the few minutes that we have. So now that you have something where you can jot down a few notes and follow along with me, I want to ask you, what do you do on a regular basis that gets you into action quickly, if you will, like a booster shot to develop a positive mindset? Because I'm not going to lie, it's not something that really successful people who are really living a fulfilled life get up every day like, yay, I'm going to nail it. No, when they have those days, that's great, they go with it. But when they don't, they have their go-tos the behaviors that they engage in, that they have at the ready to get themselves into that positive mindset. It's magic, I promise you. So now that you have something you can document it, I want you to ask yourself the following 2 questions. What do I do on a regular basis? And take a minute. I know you'll be able to refer to this after you listen to the video as well. But it could be things like, I get on the treadmill for a second. I mentioned that in the last video. It could be my go-to, and one that has been powerful for a lot of people I know that I've worked with, but also people that I've done my own personal development work with, is they have access, quick access to the go-to of music. Because music, it's been shown in the research that it taps into that part of us all that either refers back to a time when we had a I nailed it day, or taps into a sense of what's possible for us. Even if we can't access recently, if you don't have something that you feel like you've really rocked it recently, that's okay. I promise you, if you go back far enough in your past, you will be able to say, that was a day when I said, wow, that's what I'm capable of. That's what I know I can do. So for looking at something in your life currently that you want to have that approach to, music is often very powerful for people. So the second question, I'm going to give you a few more minutes to do that. And I'm going to sort of guide you along. You can listen while you write down a few things. Is your thing that you just go for a 1-minute crisp in the air walk? For some people, they do things like I thought of this the other day because they were going out on their boat. They want to launch a project and they're going out on their boat. I'm not looking for things that require significant time commitment. I want something that you have in your pocket that you can get to right away. So if you do big things, like you take a vacation or you go out, do something really cool with your family, and that jazzes you, gets you connected back, like when we go on vacations or we're away from our daily life, it helps us tap into our potential. Because we get out of our daily life, which it can be wonderful, but can be limiting. When we get away from our life, it taps into parts of our brain that are, okay, I can do that. It has us seeing other people's lives so we can get in touch with what they do. I'm not talking about the big stuff, running a marathon, those things, composing a piece of music and recording it. I'm talking about things, so this is question 2 that I want to challenge you on. I want you to develop something that you know jazzes you, lights you up, gets you going. And yeah, I don't think it's too what do you want to say, nerdy to say, has you doing a little bit of a happy dance, like getting going. I know that for many people it's music. So I would encourage you there, if it's music, if you're relating to me on that one, I want you to get your go-to playlist developed. And I want you to do it yesterday, but because that happened already, you can't. I want you to have this developed within the next few days, whatever it is. So let's say it's a playlist. It could be 1, 2, 3 songs that you put on and you can't help but get excited about it. That's the kind of positive energy that I help my clients when I work one-on-one with them to develop, which is basically that sense of unstoppability. I can achieve that. Or if it's not music, if you're not relating to that at all, you could do something like say, look, for me, it really is doing a meditation practice where I do a lot of self-talk about that. If there's something else that you do that you already know, you can get access to that, where you're asking yourself in question 1, what is it that I do? I'm talking about an actual behavior, a practice, a best practice that you can know that you go to. So if you have something I haven't mentioned, that's great too. I'm trying to think of other things like it's more energizing for you. And I would also love it if you have something like that I haven't mentioned already in last video or this one. I would love it if you put it in the comment section, because you could always be sharing that with other people and it might be something that you could help someone else with. Cool. So you've asked yourself question 1, which is, what's your go-to? Question 2, if you don't have it, that's okay. I want you to get really clear and get one planned so that you could say within the next 2 or 3 days, this is what I do. So question 2 is, if I don't have it already, this is my thing that I'm going to do. For some people, often we're tapping into the senses, which is where music is powerful. It's something like they start their day with a green juice, or they start their day with their favorite coffee, or they start their day with a meditation that they've developed. It could be that you look at your to-do list that you already know and you say, look, if I can get these 2 things done today, I will feel like I've rocked it. Whatever it is, I want you to pay careful attention to the things that you know have lit you up. in the past, and that's going to be basically something that you're going to go to. And why is this so important? Because when you're working on something that really means a lot to you, I'm not going to lie, the greatest things that we've achieved or are about to achieve in our lives, they aren't easily won. But that's not bad news. They take work, they take discipline and effort, they take paying attention. They take things like, what do I do to achieve those things? And that's why I'm focusing so specifically on wanting you to develop behaviors that you put into place the next time you're feeling either stuck or you're feeling like, I'm working on something, but I'm dragging my feet a little bit. Because successful people have best practices that get them going in jazz. They don't sit around saying, I wonder why I'm not feeling it today. They say, okay, I'm not feeling it today. What do I need to do to get me going? Make sense? Great. Now, what I want to leave you with is going back to Charles Swindoll, amazing, inspirational person, is he mentioned something that is incredibly powerful for the people that I've surrounded myself with that are up to big stuff in their lives, and also has great meaning for me, and I hope it will be for you too. He mentioned that the beauty is that every day we get to make a choice about what attitude we choose to adopt for that day. Especially at this time where in the United States we're celebrating Thanksgiving, we talk an awful lot, don't we, about what we're grateful for, what we're thankful for. People that are in the line of work that I do, we put that into practice every day of the year. But I'm respectful that this is a time of year where people really get in touch with that. Why? Because we're gathering with friends and family. We're paying careful attention to what we're grateful for. Here's the magic, though, the secret I have for you folks. Maybe you already know, maybe it's not a secret to you, but if you have that sense of gratitude every day, it's the magic of what a bigger life is for you. It's the magic because it's directly connected. This isn't rocket science. Practicing gratitude, paying attention to what you're thankful for every day creates the attitude that Charles Swindoll was talking about. The people who are living an amazing life live every day. They are so connected to that because they know what lights them up. And the great news is that if you're not feeling connected at any given moment or time, you get to choose. Just like Swindoll says, you choose the attitude you have every day. If you have in the middle of the day where you find yourself slipping back into that not such a positive mindset, I would argue, Charles Swindoll, I want to add to what you said, we get to choose at every moment the attitude we have. Because I promise you, that positive mindset, that positive attitude, it makes all the difference between a life where you're not feeling fulfilled and the one where you go after it. I hope you find this valuable. Check out my website for more on this because I go into more detail about specific ways that you can adopt that positive mindset. You can check that out at leodeskulgeek.com. And I really challenge you. I hope you take what I said today seriously. Look within the next 2 to 3 days to ask yourself, what are the things that I do? What are the gifts I give myself to put into place a positive mindset, a positive attitude, so I can go out the business of getting off the couch and going out and having that life that I can say at the end of my life says, wow, I did it. I didn't think about it. I didn't wish it. I actually did it. Terrific. Go out and do it. Take care.